to share my screen. Can everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, why isn't it moving forward? Here we go. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go ahead and give the medical disclaimer. The information provided is for educational purposes. It's not intended for medical advice or a substitute for medical advice of a physician or qualified healthcare personnel. We do not aim to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any illness or disease. And you should always consult with your doctor or other healthcare professional for medical advice or information about diagnosis and treatment. Of course, this information in this presentation has not been evaluated by the FDA or any other medical body. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this world. This is Dr. Dori Narbo, and I'm your host on today's call. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm a clinical researcher and an author of several books. So welcome to the call, everyone. Hello, Clayton.
Happy Tuesday. I'm
Hey.
excited to see what we're doing today.
Oh, yes. Well, so let me just introduce you really quickly for those that don't know you. I'm sure
Please
everybody on
brief.
this. Okay. So Clayton has over 25 years of experience in the health and wellness area industry. And he is an entrepreneur in the healthcare industry, has developed several business models for analytical testing to improve the quality of care by identifying risk factors for diabetes, cardiovascular disease, and obesity. So his philosophy is simple: cure the cause. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the call. So Marsha's going to talk about ADHD.
Oh no, my phone. I need to get my charger. Hold on.
Oh, so she can't focus. I see how this goes. Run away. How original.
It was planned.
It was planned. Okay.
Yeah, totally planned. Right. Okay.
So I just, first of all, I just, pulled some of these studies here to show the connection between ADHD and the heavy metal connection.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go. The floor is yours.
Okay. So Django had his MMR when he was 1, and I think it affected him. At the time, I knew he stopped eating most things apart from penne pasta and fish cakes for about 4 years. It was a bit of a nightmare. And then 2 years ago, he was diagnosed with ADHD. Well, we realised he had ADHD. The diagnosis has only happened recently, actually. And through all the reading that I've been doing, I started reading that there's a lot of metals in autistic children, and my brother and my nephew are both autistic. And I know that autism and ADHD is supposed to be related. So I thought, and around the same time I had a chat with Sandy, and Sandy mentioned this clean slate stuff and how it detoxes the body of heavy metals. So I thought, well, I'll give it a try. And I bought some. I think I had ADHD as well, or have ADHD. I had been thinking that for the last couple of years. And then as soon as I started taking the clean slate drops, I did start feeling much less chaotic. So maybe it was just heavy metal poisoning, or maybe ADHD is heavy metal poisoning. Yeah, and a month later, I started taking Zero in as well, and yeah, I feel amazing, to be honest. It was actually in in August, when I went away. Our family went away to Portugal for a week. I've got 3 kids, and my partner mentioned at the end of the week to me that I didn't lose my temper for the whole week, and I hadn't even noticed. I just had a really great holiday. And it was only when he said it that I realised that normally, at least every other day, I would totally lose my shit with the kids, at least once. And yeah, it was when he pointed out, wow, I haven't lost my shit for ages. I thought, wow, this stuff's really good. It's doing something. So then I decided to get some for Django. And yeah, Django can tell you what he likes about it.
Okay. Well, I think this clean slate stuff has been really helping me, like making my head feel clearer and less chaotic, as my mother said. And I've been concentrating much better in lessons, as another example. And I've been finding it easier to I sleep better, for example, and I find it easier to wake up in the morning because I have to get up very early because I end up having much more sleep because my head is much less chaotic.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Django, how old are you now?
I'm 12.
All right. So have you made your routine on your own that you know when you like using clean slate? And are you using zero in yet too, or no?
No, not yet. I might start taking it though. What do you think, Mom?
Yeah.
I mean, we do have kids that are on it as young as 8. Isn't that right, Clayton?
Yeah, we have 8-year-olds that, and especially in this environment where there's a lot of homeschooling, they absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And
my thing is,
I'll give you some insight. I was allegedly, because I don't ever remember this, but I was diagnosed as ADD as a kid as well. But I honestly, from my perspective, I was never medicated, but my mom did a really good job of keeping me busy, right? If I competed in multiple sports, my schoolwork was great because I was usually worn out, right? But it's understanding that it's more of a gift when you know how to use it, and it comes in time. Usually we don't it's more of being high functioning than it is you can say a disorder, but being able to now hyper focus, clean up some of the blockages and allow you to become more of what you're capable of becoming is kind of cool. So the sleep part is one interesting aspect. How after what period of time when you started using clean slate did you notice that you were starting to sleep better? And do you recall your dreams now?
I don't really recall my dreams, but it wasn't too maybe a week or something after I started taking it. Probably, I can't really remember that well, but probably that I started to sleep better because I was thinking about less, basically, you could say, because usually my mind's really cluttered and thinking about 10 things every second, but then it just started to clear out a bit, you could say. Yeah.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I need the whole family on it now.
The one important point for this to take from what Marsha was saying initially is what you heard is for the first time in history that a man asked her that she hadn't lost her mind and she didn't lose her mind on him.
That's great.
So that is awesome. Thank you both. I mean, this is the fun part because most of us here are adults, right?
Yeah.
But Django is so far ahead of the curve, that our focus needs to be on the youngins, because we've got to clean them up because that's our future, right? If we don't take care of them, we're in trouble because at some point they're going to be running stuff.
What really excites me is that Django, I think, has tried so hard for years to be, to act normal, to be normal. And he's tried so hard at school and he's found it difficult to concentrate. Now that we've got all that under control, I think he's really going to excel because he's so good at trying. Do you know what I mean? He's got
it's going to be interesting to see how he is, like, say, for example, in three months time, if he starts like with, for example, the 0 in.
Yeah.
Django, can I give you some life advice?
Okay.
And it's really, really brief, but I want you to carry this with you for the rest of your life.
Okay.
Don't ever be normal.
Yeah.
Don't be normal, man. Just be you. I mean, look at me. You think I'm normal?
You're special in a good way.
be you. The reason your brain's going crazy is there's a lot of stuff you got to do, and being able to organize it and hyper focus once. And I think that's one of the fun parts of what Clean Slate does is it's removing some of the bad stuff. Everything else starts to come in line. Yeah, and like the one thing I tell my kids is don't be normal. The good ones aren't made to be normal. So keep going.
What do you want to do when you leave school?
Thank you, Marsha and Django, for